You know, so what is unity anyway? It's so hard to quantify what unity is. People are always saying, I've been coming for years and I still can't tell anybody at a cocktail party what it is that I am doing in unity. And this week I had a charming conversation with a young woman who grew up in our church, came to YOU for years. And I was visiting her and she said, so Diane, I know that I was in unity for years, but I still don't know what to say about it. So let me ask you some questions. Is there any doctrine anywhere that I can find, like on the internet or on the websites of our literature, doctrine that unity believes? I had to say no. We are actually opposed to doctrine. And if anybody watched the YouTube video that I sent as an attachment to our email prompts to come to service, it was Emmett Fox, and at one point he says, Jesus taught no doctrine, and neither do we. We do have teachings, though, and that's what we spend our time, contemplating our teachings. And the second question she asked was, well, then what do you teach about heaven and hell? I said, well, heaven, we teach, is a state of consciousness, very simply. And she said, well, then I guess hell is too. You got that? And then the third thing she said was, why do you, meaning us, teach the Bible? Now there's a question. Because there's a lot to say about that, but I'm just going to give you the short answer. And it's not going to be that short. Okay. So the Bible is, when you think about it, it's easy to confuse the messenger with the message. The Bible is not the of truth. The Bible is the documentation of truth, you see. And why do we teach it is because, folks, we're Western European culture. That's been the backbone, that's been the most consistent written word, the most consistent literature of the entire history of Western European and Eastern European civilization. So it's tradition, you know how in Fiddler on the Roof, the song, tradition, tradition. Human beings build on each other's learnings. And our civilization has been built successively each generation upon the Bible as a cornerstone of our thought, of our history, of our shared meaning. But I told her, and this has been agreed upon by many folks that I've cherished their opinion around here, you all. You know, my first sermon this year said we have lived out the Bible. We need to start creating new sacred history together, new sacred texts. And we are. That's what this new age of spirituality is all about. But we don't discard the Bible. And I just would like to say that the Bible contains the only written record of Jesus Christ's doings and teachings. And thereby it is sacred and irreplaceable. So just for your information, you know, I've been consistently articulating unity teachings in the different brochures. And we have a current brochure, but there's 3 previous brochures. They're in the little racks in the hallway if you want to read them. And that's what I give out in our visitor packets, is all the brochures we've used over the time, because it has different explanations of what we're about and what we believe and how we view the nature of reality. Very important things. And the Unity magazine gives people a good insight into what our unity culture is and the things that we like to focus on. The current issue of Unity magazine that just arrived has Byron Katie on the cover. How many of you know her work? She does deep forgiveness work. She's not Byron, B-Y-R-O-N, K-A-T-I-E. And a lot of people were talking about her about 10 years ago. And many folks in Unity have read her work, and we feature her in our magazine. She's not a Unity minister, but she's doing the same work that we do, which means transformation in consciousness. So the truth is endless. Wait a minute, I skipped one point. We do have the 5 basic principles. It's on the bulletin now. And that gives an overview of what we believe and what we teach, an overview, but it's not in depth, but it does at least give the idea that we're not just anything goes. Some people have that idea. Oh, at Unity, anything goes. No, anything does not go. The qualifications of our material are that it honors the individual Christ presence in each person and does not sabotage that, either by authority or by power or by substitution, any of that. We always honor the divinity within every person, and that is the requisite and requirement for any work that we present. So the truth is endless, and we can endlessly speak about the power of love, the mystery of consciousness, the beauty of spirit. And we should, and we will, this very day.